Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Today, we are continuing this little dive into Signature's most recent release. We checked out the title track, Aurora. I absolutely fell in love with it immediately. And now I am hooked. And I want to check out the album. So we're checking out the EP, My Little Aurora. Now, I gave the whole kind of like Nugu ramble at the beginning of the MV reaction itself, but I'll reiterate it again. From the posts that I've seen regarding this signature release around like the social circles I'm involved in, especially in the Nugu world, this is kind of like Signature's make or break release. From very infrequent releases, like before this, their last release was 14 months ago. They went an entire year with just absolutely nothing new coming out. Their management team isn't all great, which kind of unfortunately is becoming a normal in the K-pop industry, which is extremely disheartening to see and read. But me being as multi of a multi as I can be, and as an avid promoter of Nugu groups, and just having a very keen interest in Nugu groups and just the whole underdog story, I have to give them a shot, right? And the title track, I've known of Signature already. I've known of their title tracks. They've popped up here and there, and I quite like a couple of them. Nothing, though, has had me hooked so quick like Aurora did for me. And so we're going to do the album, because they deserve it. They deserve the exposure, and I, frankly, am more than willing to provide it for them. So, unfortunately, no lyric videos, which is kind of the normal when it comes to Nugu groups like Signature. I don't actually know if they're considered like Nugu in my definitions. I usually say 10,000 album sales and under is considered Nugu for me. And I don't know what Signature's album sales numbers are like, but I'm more than willing to give this album a listen after the title track alone. So we have 4 tracks: I'm Okay, Aurora, Palace, and Parade. Again, since they're a Nugu group, we don't have lyric videos that people have made on YouTube. So we're using Spotify, which means I won't get the lyrics, which is okay. The way I process music, I don't actually take in lyrics all that well off the first listen anyways. My musical brain takes over, and I just kind of get lost in the musical sauce, if you get what I mean. But we're going to listen to all 4 tracks. We're going to listen to Aurora again because it's just a vibe. But we're going to listen to all 4 tracks. I'll give my 2 cents about all the songs, and yeah, hopefully this is on YouTube. If it is, hello YouTube. If it's over on Google Drive, we tried. Anyways, here we go. I'm Okay is the first song. 3, 2, 1. Whoa! Crunchy guitar, little EDM trap type beat. We gotta build. That false drop got me. I was ready to start headbanging right away, but break it down at the halftime a little bit. It's kind of giving off like early 2010s Disney film like rock song vibes, but I'm okay with that. I think it's got a charm to it. Nice little tease into this pre-chorus though. Oh yeah. Regardless of if you like or don't like what do you call it, like Disney Channel like films, if you're from the West and understand that reference, you get me. But like this spectacularo, get some gang vocals in one time. Nice filtered vocal to start. Ah, we get the delayed entrance again. Okay, I'm okay with this. I like it. I like it a lot. This is like, this whole like pop rock sound that really took off last year and like at the very end of 2021. I'm loving this movement that's been kind of like going all over the place. As someone who grew up listening to 80s rock music, any rock influence, whether it just be as simple as like a guitar solo or like a really crunchy electric guitar like this, I love. But there's just ingrained just happiness to this song. I don't actually know what the lyrics are about, so this could very well be one of those songs where it's super bubbly and high energy when it's talking about the fact that like, oh, there was a breakup and I'm sad, but I'm going to be okay because you're out of my life. Like, it could be that type of song, and I wouldn't be any the wiser. All I know is the vibes that this song puts out is so immaculate. It's so good vibes and high energy that it's just brilliant. And it's honestly very fitting for the title track that connects with it just off of vibes alone, because it's that really high energy, bubbly, good vibes. I mentioned it in the MV reaction for Aurora, but it really is like an injection of energy during a time where people in the Northern Hemisphere are kind of like in a seasonal slump, because it's winter, days are getting a little bit longer, but days are still short. It's cold outside. It's not really all that sunny anymore. But we get, music like this that gives us a little bit of extra happiness into our lives, and it's just spectacularo. Okay, we've checked out Aurora again, but I'm listening to it because this is my channel, and I can do what I want, and I love this song, so... Honestly, I kind of wish there was an instrumental track for this, because I bet instrumental alone, this song would hit so hard as like a light tropical house track. And I'm a sucker for an EDM song as well. I think for me, the melody is great, but I really love to just the wide variety of synths they use for this song. Because they use a synth, almost like a different synth for every single part of the song. You'd think this is the chorus. Nuh-uh. You get 4 extra bars of a pre-chorus. It's that like weird plucky synth in the background that goes dun 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 dun. It almost like follows the chorus, like the vocal part. That's just peak like EDM for me. I love gentle EDM songs like this. Like, don't get me wrong, I love a nasty just bass drop as much as any other EDM head out there. But I love like almost like gentler, simple like house, tropical house, like EDM songs like this. Now, 4 more bars. Do you hear that synth in the background, like the middle range? That synth is very cool. And this bridge, it's a little chromatic ascent there. Bring in the percussion parts again a little bit. Bring in the bass, key change it up. And the fact that we get the final part of the chorus, the we get it twice. Well, technically we get it 4 times. We get it double to what we got throughout the song in the first and second choruses. Genuinely, I haven't enjoyed a song this much on first listen from like a Nugu group since CSR's debut last year. Pop Pop was amazing. It genuinely gave me very similar vibes to this. Just not vibes in terms of the song, but just how I feel as the listener listening to the song is Anyways, we have to move on because I've already fawned over this song enough. Next song is Palace. This is going to be song number 3 on the album. Yes, Palace. Whoa, okay. We got some synths again. We got an EDM beat again. Got a little bit of chip tune in there as well. Someone is way up there. Are we just gonna get 4 EDM songs from Signature? Because I wouldn't be mad at it. Extended chorus as well. Love an extended chorus. I like that the rap parts are incorporating a lot of melodic elements to it. A straightforward rap verse would have been perfectly fine, but they decided to incorporate a little bit more melody into it. But if they're going for that video game aesthetic, they hit the nail on the head. I love the swelling, the swell and the ebbs of that little instrumental part in that bridge there. Gives it a nice effect. Oh, halftime at one time. All right. Okay, okay. I like that re-entry. Made me look like a wreck full though. Hey, an outro. A vocal isolated outro. Very cool, very cool. Oh, I don't know what it is about this album, but I am just falling in love with it. It's one has to do with just the vibes. It is so happy. Like it is. This album is essentially what serotonin is in like exemplified through music. You cannot be sad listening to this type of music. You physically cannot do it. It's so happy. And the fact that we've gotten three very different EDM... well, let me rephrase that. Three very different EDM influences within the three songs we've listened to so far, but they all work together. They keep the same vibes throughout the entire album. I think it's really well done. Like, this one is more video gamey. It's got more chiptune, what the layman would call, like, you know, 8-bit music. The beeps and boops from that you get from like the mid to like 1980s, the early 90s, you know, that kind of 8-bit music. Got a little bit of what feels like almost tropical house like in the title track. And it's just very different EDM influences, and yet every single song is giving off that same happy vibe. And I just can't help but smile along and just dance and bop to it. And it's just so good. But the last song, Parade. Now, typically on an album, a ballad is the last song on the album. Having said that, I don't know how a ballad is going to sound following three very high energy EDM pop songs. We very well could not get a ballad on this album, and we could get another very high energy EDM type bop for Parade. I wouldn't be mad at either option. I'm a sucker for a ballad, but if we get an album of just high energy EDM tracks, I wouldn't be upset at it either. So here we go. Final song, Parade. It's not a ballad. Funnily enough, this is actually like the calmest song we've gotten so far. It's still got that feel-good energy though. It's the key it's written in that's so feel-good. Ooh. This is not the direction I thought this was going to go. I'm not mad at it though. It does have that marching feel of a Parade song though. Again, we do have an EDM like influence though. It's bordering along the edges of Moombaton a little bit, just the way the rhythm is and the bass goes. Again, very melodic rap section. I'm not mad at it. Lots of gang vocals as well. This chorus, though, definitely is not Moomba tone. It is... This part is a little bit more like Latin influence. It's the rhythm. The chord progression also is kind of South American, Latin American-ish. Super delicate bridge, but again, that energy is still in the background. It's not completely gone. You gotta build again. The unison chorus here works so well. It's the way that it genuinely does feel like just a group of people getting together, like at a parade, and just shouting it at the top of their lungs together. Oh, and we got a nice little brass hit on the final note. Oh, yes, absolutely. Oh, I'm tired from listening to that. Not because I didn't like it, because I moved around so much while listening to it. I'm like, oh. I went gym this morning, did laundry. I'm already kind of bushed. And, oh, this album is just going to wipe me out. I'm like... This album legitimately had me just dancing along in my seat for 20 minutes straight. That's really hard to do. And yes, I am a ballad. I'm a sucker for a really good ballad. This album didn't need one. That's how good the vibes are for this. Usually on an album, you get a little bit of everything, right? You get some really happy stuff, you get some smoother, like mid-range stuff, and then you get a really emotional or like a meaningful ballad at the end to finish the album. It's typically how an album is organized. With this one, it's quite literally good vibes after good vibes after good vibes after good vibes. That's it. There's not, to be fair, I don't know what the lyrics are saying, but in terms of the musicality of the songs alone, there is not a single ounce of angst or sadness in any of these songs. And I love it. Genuinely, like, I've checked out a handful of albums already this year, if not on the channel, like in my free time. I had right now, and mind you, this is very early doors. We are still in the third week of January, like just barely in the third week of January. This is my favorite album, like end-to-end album I've listened to all year. Signature, you have done a whirly with this song and with this album. This era in general is just spectacular, and I really, really hope that this gains the traction it deserves, because oh my goodness, it is tremendously good. And frankly, I think what the company needs is a kick up the arse. And to do that, I think this song needs to gain traction. This album needs to gain traction. And essentially, the company needs to know that there is a demand for stuff like this. We have EDM influences from girl groups all over the shop. No one has done anything like Signature. Nothing. They've done stuff similar to this. No one has done this specific type of just happy EDM sound in a hot minute. And I reckon there is a market for this type of music, depending on who you go to. For me, oh yeah, this is great. I love it. Anyways, that's it for me today. Best of luck, best wishes to the Signature Girls. They deserve it, and hopefully this isn't the last time we hear from them, because ooh, spectacularo. Anyways, So for me, if you want to check out more from me, channel icon is up there. You can find the back catalog and stuff I watched in the past. Drop a subscription if you want to keep up to date with when I upload new videos. And if you want to watch another video of mine right away, YouTube recommends you watch that video down there. And until next time, bye-bye.